Hey my bitches, and welcome back to my channel. It's been about 2 months since I filmed a video, so this camera, me talking, is a little bit awkward, but let's just go with the flow. So in today's video, we will be looking at the finale of Pretty Little Liars season 7, and that's like the whole like show finale as well, like the big like, oh, we found out who AD is, we found out this, blah 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 blah. So I must warn you before I get on with the video, this will contain spoilers from the last episode and the last season and the last 7 seasons. So if you haven't watched it, go watch it, then come back, and then we can chat and rant, because I need to rant about this, because there's things in that 2-hour episode that I loved, but then there were things that I hated. But we're going to get into all of that. I've got like a little list in front of me of things I want to talk about, like the main sort of things that happened in the 2-hour episode, and then I have a few unanswered questions which I just want to know your guys' opinion on. So, first point is we found out who AD was, and it wasn't like any character we've met before. It was a character called Alex Drake, and Alex Drake was basically Spencer's identical twin sister that was sent to England from birth, and then her rich English parents disowned her, and then she ended up in care, and blah blah blah, and it was like a spiral of bad events, and it made her want to play the game because she met Charlotte, and then obviously Charlotte died, like, because we found out that Mona killed Charlotte in the episode before, and yeah. So, this Alex Drake had an obnoxious Cockney accent, and it was like, alright Spence, and it was just like way too much for that character. I think it like sort of put a comedic side on the character, which I didn't really like, because obviously it was the final. This is when we find out all about the stories, and we find out that she's actually like got mental problems because obviously she had a bad upbringing and she wanted Spencer's life, and I just think it sort of distracted from that and made it more of a funny sort of, this is AD, look at the accent, and it distracted from the character himself, and that was one thing that disappointed me about that. And another thing that disappointed me was it was a random character, like I said before. Like, we've never met any Alex Drake before. We've met sort of like the odd, like, so we've met Spencer's twin. You could sort of see her in different episodes, like, oh, that's not Spencer. Like the one in the airport with Ren, you could tell that's not Spencer, and like all that sort of thing. But like, we've never met her and been introduced to her. It's always been like, oh, that's just a fan theory sort of thing. We never like got confirmation. So I didn't really like the fact that they made a random character AD after I've been watching it for like a good 4.5-5 years, to find out that it was just nobody we knew. So it was sort of a bit annoying, because you're like, But then, like, playing like devil's advocate, if you look at the books, Alison actually has a twin, so it's sort of like, instead of Alison having a twin, Spencer has the twin, and like Spencer sort of like a Drake, a De Laurentiis, sort of like in that sort of clan. So it sort of works, but like it's not the ideal sort of outcome that many fans wanted. I've had a few friends who had a few discussions about it, and they all felt a little bit like disheartened, because it was like such a random character like we've never met before. My next little point on the like list I'm going through, like the next major point, was Ezra's little marriage. That's the marriage between Arya and Ezra. Bang. And like, it was an emotional roller coaster for these two the whole episode. So at the beginning of the episode, we found out that Arya could not actually have babies, and like, it was upsetting because obviously that's a very touchy subject, and the fact that she didn't think that like Ezra would want to be with her after that sort of big news. And then they sort of had like a little tiff when he found out, and then like he sort of disappeared on like the wedding day. So Arya like was spooked. She was like, where is my fiance? Like, I need to get married. Where is he at? Why is he not here? She called him like 18 million times. He wouldn't pick up the phone. Well, it turns out Alex Drake, or AD, had kidnapped Ezra and locked him in a dungeon in her underground bunker, and was like keeping him hostage, like, because like she wanted the girl to herself. She didn't want Ezra having her. No. And next point on my sort of list is that we found out the names of the twins that Emily and Alison had, and we also found out the father of the twins. So the names were Grace and Lily, I think that's correct, and the father was actually Ren, who actually got killed by Alex Drake. So Alex Drake is this nuthead. Like, so far, the 3 points I've said, Alex Drake all had things to do with it. So obviously Alex Drake AD. Alex Drake kidnapped Ezra, and Alex Drake killed Ren. Because she loved him and he loved her, but like he wanted her to stop playing the game, but she didn't want to stop playing the game, so bang, and then he's a diamond around her neck. So my next little point is Mona. So Mona's character over the 7 seasons has developed, and she's changed. From the first and second season, she's nutty Mona, and she's like A, and she wants to be she's so obsessed with the girls that she's torturing them. And then as she goes on, she becomes this lovely sort of rounded Mona that we all grow to love. And then at the very end of these 2-hour episodes, we finally see Nutty Mona back. We all love a bit of a Nutty Mona, because when Nutty Mona's about, nobody's safe. So she's got Alex Drake and Mary Drake hidden in her basement in France. I'm guessing that's what she is. And she has all these little dolls, but she has these 2 people hidden in her little locked up basement. The thing I didn't notice in that sort of scene was that Mona's boyfriend was actually the cop from the scene before where Alex Drake got took away. So he was making out, or he was a sort of cop. So Mona's either twisted and manipulated him, or he was never actually a cop, and it was always Mona's plan to have A as her own toy, which is dark, but from what we know of Mona's character, she is very, very much like this. And I sort of enjoyed the way that it was Mona's last au revoir sort of, quoting the French, au revoir sort of to the story. So we have her, how we all love her as a nuthead, but this time she's not insane, she's a controlled nuthead. She knows what she's doing, and she knows what's working, and she knows how to scare people. She is queen. And my final point to round the main points of this 2-hour special up was that we see this sort of circular storyline come back on itself again. So at the very beginning of season 1, we see the 5 girls having a little sleepover in Spencer's barn, and obviously Alison's gone missing and Spencer's not in the barn, and then Emily wakes up to find they're not there. But in this sort of end of season 7, we have a new group of 5 girls, and they were different ones, can't remember their name, but one of them was Maya's niece, so I was Maya St. Germain, queen, what are you doing back? I love you. But she wakes up and she's the Emily character, and Addison, the Alison character, the bad bitch, has gone missing, and this other girl, the blonde one, what's her name, something with W, can't remember it, but she's just I think I heard her scream, which is the exact same way that they did season 1, and it was great, because I was yes, living, yes. So now I finished the sort of the main points about what happened in that 2-hour special, the things that stood out to me. I want to go on to some unanswered questions that we have from the 7 seasons that we've watched, and the questions we've developed, and the storylines that weren't finished. So there's a big storyline which is floating around the internet, which I've seen a few videos on, is Eddie Lam and Arya's story. So we see in season 3, Arya goes to Radley to help out with this sort of summer project, and Eddie notices her, and you're just how do you know her? How do you know her? And it sort of teases the fact that maybe we can have a big sort of storyline with Arya, and about how maybe she was in Radley, or maybe she has a twin in Radley, and it's sort of it opens this storyline which nobody played with, and I'm a little bit disappointed with that, because it could have worked, and I think it would have made the end result better. So it's less comedic with the sort of Alex Drake being this English sort of chick that was actually adopted and actually Spencer's twin, and it could have been something to do with Arya maybe, and the fact that Arya was actually loopy. We do see this dark side of Arya in the last 7, in the last 10 episodes. We see her sort of change and sort of become part of the A-team, but I just want to know what happened with Eddie Lam and the whole Arya sort of thing. Another unanswered question and a weird character that we never fully explained was Bethany Young. So throughout the 7 seasons, she's been this off again, on again sort of character that people's been interested in. So we know that she was killed on the night that Alison went missing, and we know that Mona killed her by accident. She like thought it was Alison, she didn't need to kill her, and then Melissa sort of buried the body because she thought Spencer killed her. But she was buried with Alison's bracelet, and these bracelets were like the ones that embroidered one with the names on, and that is a question like that's been going on for a while, down to the fact that the bracelets were such a vital part in finding Alison, like where she was, like where you been, girl, and that the fact that Bethany Young was the one with the bracelet on when she was buried. You're a bit confused because like, how did she get that bracelet? What is the purpose of her? And like, it was just weird. And then another sort of question, which has been on my mind for the last couple of like seasons now, is how did the mums actually escape the basement? We are never like properly explained like how they got out. We just know they got out. Like in the last 2-hour episode, we see them sort of joke about the basement and about how like Pam stopped drinking since the basement sort of situation, but they never tell us how they escaped and like what happened, like who helped them out. Did they have to like crawl up a tunnel maybe? Like we don't know. So that was the end of today's video. Today was a very talky sort of ranty video about that sort of ending of Pretty Little Liars, just because obviously I've been watching it for 4/5 years, and the fact that it ended on such a unusual note has confused me and has sort of confused many people. Actually, I've seen it on Twitter. Everyone's like, "Oh, who the hell is Alex Drake?" I'm like, "Oh." So really, I just want to get sort of your opinion on it maybe. So if you put in the comment section your opinion or any unanswered questions which I didn't mention, which you sort of want to know, that would be great to read, because I'm always loving the Pretty Little Liars theory. Even though it's finished, I love Pretty Little Liars theories. They're so like, they're great, because like the Pretty Little Liars sort of fanhood are insane. Love you all. Hashtag fandom. So if you did enjoy this video, make sure you leave it a like and also subscribe, because I am starting this again. I've took a 2 months hiatus, so I've been gone for a while, but I am back. I don't know the sort of schedule I'm doing because I haven't sort of made one, but I am going to just push content out when I sort of have time, and like when I've got an idea, I'm going to push it out for you lot. So make sure you subscribe, because there will be some videos coming in the next couple of weeks, because I do love you all and I do really enjoy this sort of being in a box. Bye, Felicia.